red velvet cake is not looking like this, or is your red velvet cake still looking like a chocolate cake mixed with red food coloring, then you need to watch this video to the very end. Now see, this is how your red velvet cake should be looking. Yummy, fluffy, and super moist. Welcome back to my channel, guys. And number one on the list today is your flour. Yes, for me, I use cake flour. So if you want your red velvet cake to be looking exactly like the ones I've shared on my channel, then you shouldn't be using all-purpose flour. So for my recipe, I use cake flour, and it works perfectly for me. It gives me that texture, it gives me the fluffiness and the moist cake that I want. Now we're moving forward. Second on the list is your ingredients. From your cocoa powder and every other ingredient you're going to be using for a red velvet cake, you shouldn't compromise on your ingredients. You're going to use the best and like the affordable and the best. You're not going to compromise on your ingredients. Now the third on the list is your mixture of your dry ingredients. You are going to sieve this for 3 times. So the reason why you end up with brown and red most of the time instead of pure red velvet cake is because you don't sieve properly. This is what your flour should look like, a light brown after sieving like 3 times. So make sure you always sieve your dry ingredients together and thoroughly. Now to the fourth point, don't ever make the mistake of over mixing your red velvet batter. So when you have your sugar and egg in your mixing bowl, that is only when you're going to mix, like do the mixing. And the stage when you add the oil, you can still continue mixing. But once you have your flour in it and your buttermilk, you shouldn't mix at that point. The next thing you should be doing is folding your ingredients in. That way you don't end up with a dense red velvet cake. So if you check what I'm doing in this video, I'm going to do all my mixing at this stage so that my sugar is thoroughly dissolved and incorporated, and the oil and every other thing, even the flavor. But once it gets to this stage, I'm just going to combine with my spatula, or you just use your whisk a bit to come, just to incorporate it. You get, just incorporate gently. So I had to do this for the sake of this video, so that you don't wonder if I'm not mixing it well, if I'm not combining very well. But if I'm not doing, if I was not filming this, I'm just going to fold it into addition, and my red velvet batter would be ready. So once you are done with that, get your prepared pan and bake your cake on low heat. If your oven is very hot, you're working in a very hot oven, make sure you add another layer of water in your oven so that your cake comes out moist and fluffy. I'm going to share more points in the description box because this video is not really long. So if you have any question and you want to learn more on how to bake your cakes perfectly, you can always reach out to me, or send me a message on Instagram, or send me a message on the comment section. Ask any question and I'm always here to answer. So guys, you see what it looks like. Your ingredients has to be 100% rich. Let me use that word, rich. So you don't use basic ingredients. Your cocoa powder is another thing you should not compromise on, because if you use the a cocoa powder that is not good, you end up with chocolate cake instead of red velvet cake. So you see how the cake is looking now, nice, lush batter. So this is what your red velvet cake should look like in 2024. Okay, we don't want to bake those type of cake we used to bake like years ago. So right now, this is what our cake should look like: clean, nice, yummy, flavorful. and then you have more customers coming and coming back for your services. Okay guys, I'll see you in my next tutorial. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.